SAP paid $8 billion for Qualtrics, and it showed this week at SAP Sapphire 2019. Let's get right to it. Hey, how's it going? It's Keith Townsend from the CTO Advisor, and we're on the ground here at SAP Sapphire 2019, talking to customers, talking to SAP partners, and one thing is clear. SAP is moving forward with their intelligent business strategy. One of my peers, Kirk Bone, I think, gave the perfect analogy. You can go to the doctor and the doctor can say, hey, you have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and your enzymes are off the roof. Or the doctor can say, you have 1 year to live. One is data and the other is analytics, real information that you can do something with, actionable data. And that is the big difference between SAP and other vendors, i.e. the VMwares of the world, Cisco, Nutanix, the list goes on and on. These companies can do great jobs of providing you data. Even NetApp is a data-driven company. However, analytics is what moves the ball. So we spent a lot of time both on the stage and talking to customers around the intelligent enterprise. Qualtrics, the $8 billion acquisition of SAP just a few months ago, got quite a bit of stage time. We'll get into the why of it in just a moment. Tim Cook made an appearance, and I think Tim's appearance puts the exclamation point in why SAP is different, or at least has to have different conversations than some of the other vendors that I highlighted. Whether you're VMware, Cisco, etc., you can put artificial motivators in front of your customer primarily being IT, to purchase more product or even to upgrade existing product. If I tell you that a switch is going to be end of life, you know what? You really don't have a choice but to upgrade that switch and spend a couple of $100,000s. SAP and ERP, completely different. This is about the business changing, the business meeting the digital transformation challenge, embracing it, and going on that journey. SAP is having different conversations. The CEO of Shell, the CEO of Tapestry, the leader of HR of the NBA were all on stage today talking about not just the technology, but the processes behind the technologies that need to change. The SAP COO was on stage talking about hire to retire as a process, looking at that holistically. So SAP has to have a different conversation than just the technology. They have to convince the line of business, LOB, that it's worthwhile undertaking this change in process. Well, how do we get the data to understand that we even need changes in processes? 80% of CEOs believe they're meeting the desires of their customers, wherein in fact only 8% of customers agree. That's a huge delta. Why does that delta exist? And I think this is the argument SAP is making for their acquisition, Qualtrics. The data's there, whether it's part of the 2% of the data that Intel has said the enterprise has analyzed, or outside of the 2% of all the data the enterprise has yet to analyze. The data's in the system. It's a matter of looking at the right metrics to determine if your customer experience is actually what is expected of both the CEO and the customer. So a lot of the conversations today has been validation of that message. I've talked to both partners, I've talked to customers. Customers are, from an IT perspective, are very much interested in the migration of HANA from Oracle, but from a business leader perspective, they need the input, at least IT needs the input from the business leaders to understand priorities and guidance as to what systems are upgraded and when they're upgraded. Exciting times here at SAP. Stay tuned to the channel. We have great sponsored content coming from UiPath as well as Dell Technologies. And of course, I'll try and get my host, SAP. They invited me down, paid for this beautiful room in Orlando Hilton. We'll try and get them on camera as well. Until the next CTO Dose, you can follow me on the web at CTO Advisor on Twitter and thectoadvisor.com for more written coverage. Talk to you next CTO Dose.